good whatever time of the day it is you are listening to us. This is the PNA Podcast Express Quick Trip number 5E4217 SB edition. The SB stands for the big game they play on Sunday, I think, because we're recording this just before they play the big game in the NFL. He's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. We're recording this a little bit different tonight, so it might sound a little different. What say you, Adam?
Well, it sounds pretty normal to me because I'm sitting here, but yeah, we're actually distributed tonight. First time we've ever recorded outside of the confines of our normal recording space, so it's a little bit different. But all the same rules apply. You can still email us at PNA Podcast Express. That's portable nebulizer analyzer at podcastexpress@gmail.com or pineapple nipple arsehole @gmail.com. Either one is acceptable, and we've gotten some pretty good email suggestions here in the last few days, so I would like that to continue.
Yes, send us your emails. Tell everybody to listen because we appreciate it. Our numbers are growing, and that makes us happy. We're getting a lot of feedback. And Adam, I want to start off by addressing the elephant in the room after the last podcast. Okay?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay. I have decided I should not have shut down all green bean casseroles to say that they're all garbage, because one of our listeners made me one, and it was outstanding. It was a little different. It was kind of a variant. So I think it's very unfair that back around before Thanksgiving, I said that all green bean casseroles are trash, Adam. This is the thing that I just really wanted to address, because I haven't felt like myself the last day or two since I made this revelation.
Well, you know, I've tried to warn you that there are solid green bean casseroles out there. I myself make one that is not at all runny. It's got lots of French fried onions on top. It's a good effort at a green bean casserole, and I feel like if I made you my green bean casserole, it would also change your mind about them, and you might actually, well, let's just say that the Grinch's heart has grown a few sizes today.
That is very accurate. Our longtime listener and friend Melanie made it for me. She brought it up to me after the show the other night and said I had to try it, and I was skeptical, but I did, and I ate the whole damn thing. I'm not going to lie.
Well, it's, I mean, let's face it, green bean casserole can be good.
So it can be. Maybe it's just I've never, and I think you brought this point to my attention, maybe I've just never had the right one, and I was still very close-minded, so I'm sorry to everybody out there, the listeners. Some are garbage, but I know I'll enjoy at least one now out there.
Well, and that's a good thing that you've grown as a person, I feel, because of this.
I think so. And that's the number one takeaway I'm getting from all this is there's still room for me to grow, both physically and spiritually and mentally. And that's the big takeaway from this week after everything that's happened.
Well, liking green bean casserole will definitely make you grow physically.
Yes. And that's something I don't need, because during the COVID-19 things, I've definitely put on the COVID-20 or so. So really need to get that in check. But we'll work on that later.
Oh, yeah, there's always room for improvement. And, you know, now you've got a servings of vegetables under your belt. That's a good thing.
And me being the bachelor that I am, those are probably the first vegetables I've eaten in a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. My diet's kind of trash.
Well, I had chili the other night. I think there was probably some green pepper or something in that, so I felt pretty good about that.
You know, there are times when just after my divorce, I was just eating terribly. You know, life's tough, and I remember thinking to myself, I actually might need a salad right now because I just feel physically horrible. And I did. I got some greens and ate some, healthy vegetables, and I felt better. So it's astounding how that happens to me. I'm like, I guess I've been surviving on nothing but chicken wings, beer, and hamburgers the last month, So. Yeah,
I'm not a bachelor, and my diet is very much like that.
Well, yeah, my diet's very much like that. So we are recording remotely. I'm actually in my dining room right now. and you're at your house right now. This is kind of a little bit different. We did have an episode we recorded for tonight, but we're going to release it at a later date just to spread the wealth and spread things out a little bit, because we felt like the 2 episodes we recorded on Tuesday were a little too much alike, I feel like. What do you think, Adam?
I believe that's accurate. You can have too much of a good thing.
You can always have too much of a good thing. Listen to our podcast if you want a lot of a good thing. It's a lot of nothing, but it's all good.
I don't have a cough button
there
this week. I don't have a cough button, so...
Adam does not have a cough button. Typically, Adam runs the board, and he will mute himself if he's feeling a cough coming on. Me, I just let it fly, but mine are usually just burps because, that's the heathen I am, and we haven't even mentioned episode 2 yet, so drink. I'm going to right now.
I'm slacking. All I have is Shock Top in the house right now, so I'm not. I wasn't really in a Shock Top mood.
Not really in a Shock Top mood. That's okay. It's a really good beer, though.
It is. I got to tell you though, I really like Bud Light Orange.
It's not bad. It's one of those things I went in with an open mind, and it turned out to be not too bad.
Well, I just like it because when it's nice out, it's very refreshing. And it's a. I guess I don't. When it's hot out and it's really warm, I don't like that weighed down feeling. Because it interferes with my cat-like swiftness.
Yeah, it interferes with especially your activities too. Because I know you're big into things like frisbee, and I remember way back when, if I'm not mistaken, you were once like a 2 or 3 time lawn dart champion.
My lawn dart game is strong, and I those of us in the business call them jarts. So, I know my way around a lawn jart.
And we're not talking about the new fan. We're talking about the ones that could pierce somebody's skull if you errantly threw it. The ones that were these spears projectiles they decided is a good idea to launch a metal peg that's pretty heavy with a pointy end 20, 30, 40 feet in the air. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? With
dads in the yards drinking and kids running around like madmen and, hey, get out, don't stand in that circle, kid. That kind of stuff going on. But,
I would like yeah, they've been outlawed, those lawn darts, apparently. I'd like a bootleg set of them, because we had them when I was a kid, but I think they've long since been thrown away and given up the ghost. But if any listeners out there have any, I'd take a set, just because I like to live dangerously, Adam.
Well, you're asking for a lot, don't you? Because have you seen what they go for now?
It's an insane price, yeah.
I've seen them on eBay for $1,500 for a set.
Oh my goodness. We have some pretty crafty listeners out there. Maybe some of them could make a set, perhaps. That could I know an engineer. Huh.
All we need is somebody with a metal lathe and somebody who can 3D print, and we would be golden. Which my house here has lots of 3D printing capability.
So we're halfway there. We're going to get ourselves a bootleg illegal set of good old school lawn darts from the 60s and 70s. That is beautiful.
Now I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. It's something that happened while I was setting up for this tonight.
Okay.
I was sitting originally at the kitchen table. I came back to my office to record here, but I'm sitting there and wasn't really paying attention. The some of the animals were going in and out of the doggy door, and I happened to look over, and at my leg pawing at me was one of our raccoons, and so they initially joined me at the first part of the podcast, but we had 2 of them come and visit us tonight.
Oh, the raccoons! Eddie Fury loves raccoons. It's amazing.
He does. He likes to sit around and eat cold pasta with raccoons.
Looking at pictures of feet, women's feet. Anyway,
so
I don't.
So yeah, we had visitors tonight. We had special guests.
That's freaking awesome, man alive.
So yeah, I think that's all pretty good stuff.
I think so. I mean, lawn darts, raccoons. It's all good. We're having a good evening so far. I still have lots of things to do. It's Thursday. It's a Thursday. We're recording this. So it's a little weird. It's Thursday. I'm a little off kilter because normally I don't have my. Normally my rant days are Mondays and Tuesdays because by Thursdays I'm kind of a little more relaxed because the weekend is very near.
Yeah, it's Friday Eve, so
yes,
that's a plus. Although we are supposed to get, I guess, some kind of hella snowstorm. It's already snowing in Port Huron, and so Snowmageddon is upon us. Be careful on your drive into work tomorrow. But it is a little different because I can't see your smiling face, which is a huge inspiration to make fun of things. And so that's a little strange.
Yeah.
I'm sure you feel the same.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. It's weird because I'm sitting here with no one. So, yeah. I really need to feed off the energy of doing this in person, but it's good. I think this is a good change. We've discovered we can do this, and I really, we kind of had a little bit of haggle to set this up tonight and to try to figure it out to see if we could do this. So I didn't really prepare like I normally do, because normally I take anywhere between 1 to 3 minutes to prepare before the show, and I only got maybe about 15 seconds, I feel like.
Well, usually our preparation involves, 2 glasses and a pitcher, but we don't have that going either. So, it's a little bit different. I'm sure our sound quality is not as good as it has been in the past, but for the first run at this, I'll take it. It's a quick trip. You're getting what you paid for, at 25% less than what you paid for, but it's a good time to experiment with this, and I do know how I want to set it up for future endeavors with this, because it'll be it could be set up better for better audio quality. And I as we've been sitting here, and I've realized where the folly was in some of my ways of setting this up originally, and we'll fix that.
Yeah, that sounds great. You know what? I just thought of something with this pending bad weather on the way, supposedly, for where we're at here in Michigan. I know I have a friend who's a dick, and I'm about to tell you why. So, when I was in college, it seemed like a lot of stuff happened in college, but even in high school, this guy would do this. If there was a storm coming, or it was going to be very cold, like it was going to be very cold, he would literally purposely ice up your stairs coming out of your house because he'd dump water on them. That was just his prank, his joke. What a dick. Because you're going out in the morning not expecting ice because there was no precipitation, and all of a sudden you're falling on your ass trying to get down to your stairs out of your house. He did that to me about 3 or 4 times. Then he did it to me in college even. What a dick.
Yeah, that's pretty rough, but also, pretty good on him. If you like watching people fall, that's if that's your thing, job well done.
And let's face it, I mean, who doesn't like watching people fall? I mean, younger people. Watching old people fall is just, that's... But younger people, young, spry people, it can be entertaining.
So, when I was in Saginaw, and me and my friend Mickey were passengers in a vehicle, and we were literally driving. We were coming back. There was a gas station we always used to go to on the south end of Saginaw that was always really cheap because it was always really dangerous to go there. So we'd go there and somebody had to fill up their car. We'd fill up the car with people, so we had a crew with us and go down and fill up their car. We were coming back.
More targets.
Yes. And we're coming back, and we seen, speaking of old people fall, we seen these 2 gentlemen walking along with paper bags, I'm sure filled with fruit juice.
Hobo juice.
And one, literally, he fell. And you know how when people fall, they kind of put their arms out, or they drop what they're carrying, or whatever? His arms stayed straight by his side, and he fell forward, just smashing his face into the ground.
Smack dab on his face?
Oh, yeah.
Not even trying to catch himself?
Didn't try and catch himself or anything. And literally the other guy just kind of kicked him in the shoulder and threw back his drink and took a big swig and kept walking.
Do you think the other guy, when he kicked him, said this, "You dead"?
Probably. Or it might have just been, "You gonna finish that?"
You gonna finish that?
That's kind of what I pictured, and I'm guessing by the fact that he literally just tapped him a couple times with his foot in the shoulder and kept walking, that's the caliber of person he was as well. That it would have just been you gonna finish that?
More for me. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's fantastic. I once saw somebody wipe out like that at a party. They were, of course, very, very intoxicated, but they fell flat onto their face and didn't even try to catch themselves. Ooh, it was brutal to watch.
I'll take a long shot here and say that guy was also very intoxicated.
Yes.
That's my assumption.
Very, very intoxicated.
I feel it was a safe bet.
Yeah, it's a very safe bet, and it's somebody we know, too, so I'll protect the not so innocent by not saying their name.
Well, that's very nice of you. We'd have another My Friend's a Dick story if you did reveal their name, because you'd be the dick.
Yeah. Then I'd be the dick. I'm probably the dick telling that story, so feel free to email us if you know who you are out there, and I think you might listen. I don't know. It's difficult to say.
If you don't, we're for sure going to say your name next time. That's
right. If you don't listen, we're going to say your name. This is how we're going to recruit listeners. We're going to start blackmailing people. I enjoy this. It's a bold strategy, but we'll see if it pays off.
I think that we are at the point in our podcast where we may need to blackmail people to get them to listen. That's a rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage. They have to listen to episode 2. Drink. Yes. I don't know.
I like the little buttons on this that have all the different noises.
All the different what?
All the different noises.
Oh, perfect.
Were you able to hear them on your end?
I'm not able. No, I'm not able to hear them on my end.
Wow, I'm kind of shocked because I could see it come through on the microphone. So we're learning lots of stuff here today. This is educational. If nothing else, you could say you learned things on the P&A Podcast Express.
Yeah, we're learning.
Yes. And, you can always learn how to email by emailing us at pnapodcastexpress@gmail.com or pineapplenipplearsehole@gmail.com. Send us suggestions. We're going to have the what is it? The top hat
suggestion. The topic top hat.
Yes, the topic top hat. We also had another suggestion for a little segment to do that would be kind of fun. We'll hold that one for maybe our first live episode.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that it's going to be good, and I do like the topic top hat. Have we been getting emails at the Pineapple Nipple Arsehole address?
We've gotten one so far, but I think that we've only had that out for like a week, so I feel like it will increase tremendously.
And that's very easy. It's Pineapple Nipple Arsehole, ARSE hole, at all one word at gmail.com. Or as Adam said, P&A Podcast Express. That's Painful Nut Allergy Podcast Express at gmail.com. We need to hear from you. We need to understand.
One of the comments was, I now have a new contact. Hi, Pineapple Nipple. Bah ha ha ha
ha. I could tell you exactly who that came from.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you know. So yeah, it's a good email. I mean, when you said that phonetically, I knew we had to have that trademark.
Yeah, we wanted to go with asshole, but it just wouldn't let us do it, so we had to improvise. Adam improvised, and he did a great job by going with arsehole instead. I like it. I think it adds a little bit to it.
It adds to the lore. The fact that we were censored, that we were censored by Google, and we couldn't get asshole, we had to go with arsehole. I'm quite pleased with that.
I'm very pleased with that too, because it's a very unique handle and email. And hey, I'm still in F-bomb jail, by the way, and I don't think I've let one fly yet this quick trip. Have I, Adam? Not that I recall.
You have not. So far, you've been good. I'm just sitting here having an epiphany that literally the ability to do a podcast this way, I will have my studio set up for this to where we can record it better and things like that, because I have some adjustments I can make, but the availability to do it this way means that we could literally do a quick trip at the drop of a hat, moment's notice. And I think that could be a beautiful thing.
I agree with that 100%. We're always expanding, always broaden our horizons here at the P&A Podcast Express, just to bring you the content that you may not think you want, but the content you need.
Yes. We're not the assholes you want, but we are the assholes you need and you deserve. Which doesn't say a whole lot.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's kind of like running on a treadmill, but it's okay.
Yeah. You know, it's not going to get very far, but it's good for you.
Yeah. It does something. It does something. Any karate kicks to the crotch for you yet this week?
Well, the snowstorm coming in is going to be a karate kick to the crotch because I got to go to work tomorrow regardless. I have stuff I have to get done that really can't wait until Monday, but we'll get done. So I know it's actually Thursday today, so I have the morning show in the morning, and then I'm going fishing. I took a vacation day from my day job tomorrow, so nice. Well, good luck fishing. You should have plenty of ice.
Yeah, there's plenty of ice. We're headed up near Houghton Lake. It should be a fun time.
That'll be a good time. And the crew of guys you're going with, I think will be pretty fun too.
They're looking to have a good time for sure. I do know that.
Well, that's always a good thing, especially now that things opened up a little bit today. We got some contact sports back for however long they'll let us do those, and so that's a good thing.
Yes,
and
it really is.
We'll make the best of that for sure. I get wrestling back, so we'll be doing that, and so that'll be a lot of fun.
The schedules are about to get busier, I have a feeling.
Yes. Well, ours is pretty much going to be Wednesdays and Fridays. We won't have any Saturday meets or anything like that, but Wednesdays and Fridays for a while. So that'll keep those pretty busy.
Yeah. Yes, it will, and it's the right thing. I'm happy it's back, but it's the right thing. I feel like because the kids, it really throws them off of their routine and their game. And let's face it, a lot of these student athletes, they look forward to being the athlete more than the student sometimes as a way of, I don't know, just to enjoy something. Like we have hobbies, they feel it's that way too and enjoy it.
Oh, definitely. And I've coached kids that the athletics part is what makes the academic part actually happen. So
yes. Like our shirts used to say, you can't have one without the other for scholar athletes. And I guess I used to think about that. I'm like, that's a weird thing to say, but I guess it holds true.
Well, in the, what was the Ohio State player? Was it Cardale Jones? I'm trying to remember.
Cardale Jones, yeah.
I didn't go to college to play school.
I didn't go to college to play school. That's fantastic. Tells you everything you need to know about Ohio State.
And yeah, probably more than you need to know about Ohio State.
If you're an Ohio State fan, thanks for listening. Send us an email and let us know so we can actually call you out on air.
Yes, definitely. Well, we are we're pushing the 25-minute mark here on our quick trip, so hopefully this experiment has worked and everybody will hear this. If you've heard it, it means that the audio wasn't terrible, so don't tell us it was terrible unless you want to tell us it was terrible. And then
tell us it was terrible. We just need people. We need to know people are listening, and let me tell you, after Tuesday's episode, I found out people are listening because I did get a lot of feedback.
Yeah, I got feedback, more feedback than I have, and very, the feedback varied.
Yes.
But I was happy to get it. It was kind of nice to hear from people that, hey, we listened and we liked this part of it. We didn't care for this part of it so much, but we listened and it's all good.
Yeah. I agree with that, Evan. All right, we should probably get out of here. This is the PNA Podcast Express. He's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. Any last words, Adam?
Just make good choices.
There you go. Make good choices.